Well, hi, I'm Jay Arthur, author of Lean Six Sigma for Hospitals and the QI Macros. I was in San Antonio at the Lean Six Sigma World Conference, and there was a presentation by a couple of consultants about a study they'd done on successful Lean Six Sigma deployments. Now, unfortunately, it was a little skewed because, the minimum size of the company was $150 million going up to about $750 million. Right, so you have Fortune 500 companies with deep pockets, and they can afford to invest in full-time black belts and green belts and all this other kinds of stuff. And they probably had a stable improvement leadership team during that whole thing. And they told us the standard stuff, leadership support and blah, blah, blah. But here's the deal. I sat down with a woman at lunch and she said, I've had 3 CEOs in the last 5 years. So the study that was done, I think, was really picking unicorns out of the thing. And to believe that every horse, mule, and donkey can become a unicorn is kind of insane, right? I think you're expecting things that are not possible, but you can be the CIO, Chief Improvement Officer of your own workplace. Now, in this study, they also found that the average black belt project went from 4 months to 12 months in length. Whoa, that's way too long. And the green belt project probably went from 4 months to 16 months. Well, I hate to tell you this, at the end of 16 months, everything in your process has probably changed, and what you're trying to fix will no longer matter in the real world, right? Because that's how fast things are moving. Now, the good news is the median return on investment for those things was something like 8x. So for every project they did, they got an 8x return. So that's a good thing. But you can do that without all this leadership support and all the other investment and everything else that's going on in there. So what I want you to do is realize that there are unicorns out there, and you might be lucky enough to work in one, but that does not mean that that's how it gets done in America, right? CEOs are constantly turning over, right? And when I talk to people, that's more their experience. So this whole idea of top-down leadership support, nah. Now, what can you do instead? Well, if you have a team, right, if you've done some data analysis, so me as the data analysis expert, I do the analysis, we figure out who the team should be, and then above them is their supervisor who owns that process, right? And that supervisor has a supervisor. If you can get those 2 levels of management support, then the team can be successful. You don't need, the on high. You just need 2 levels of support, a team, and a change management kind of person who can help you do the quality improvement. That's it. That's all the support you truly need. And very often the top leadership changes, but the middle leadership does not. So that's my improvement insight for this week. Let's go out and improve something.